Hello and welcome to another LEGO review. It's time to take a look back at some of the older sets that I never got a chance to review because A, I was not really in the review YouTube thing back then. Didn't really get into it, in terms of toys, or B, it's a long time ago. Didn't get around to it back then. And just to fill in gaps, I'm going to be reviewing a lot of older sets of LEGO. I'm going to get my old LEGO sets out of the way. Previously, I reviewed all of my castle stuff from before, and I'm going to start reviewing other ones, including Toy Story. I have one Indiana Jones one, the essential Indiana Jones set, I think, anyway, like if you're only going to get one, and a ton of Star Wars LEGO. I have a ton of Star Wars LEGO, and so far the only review I've done is Darth Revan in a poly bag, and it's just the shortest review. It's just like one minifigure in a bag. So I'm going to do those, and how fitting, because Disney owns Star Wars now. And Indiana Jones. So it's like Disney fun, I guess, maybe. Anyway, with a lot of these older sets, I'm not gonna do showcases for them because I'll do some of them. I'll do them for this one, for example, because it's a small set. I can happily take this apart and rebuild it again. But a lot of sets, unless there's a high demand for it, I'm not gonna take the set apart and rebuild it all over again. I am gonna try and do a showcase video for the Death Star set, but that's because I gotta rebuild it anyway. But I'm dreading that moment because that's such a big set, and it's gonna take it took me, when I first built it took me like 2 days, like no, 1 full day, in terms of hours, but it took me 2 days because I had to sleep in the middle to build it. And if I'm gonna film and build that, it's gonna take probably at least a week. Phew. But anyway, LEGO set 7595, only 4 digits, I remember those days. Disney Toy Story. I wasn't going to get Disney sets as a general thing, it's just these are like army men, so that's cool. I think army men are cool, and it doesn't have to be a Disney thing, because everyone has army men when they're kids. Well, not everyone, but lots of people did. Top of the box, bottom of the box, side of the box, and other side. Now for a LEGO set that's not too long ago, this was 2010, so bloody hell, that's 5 years ago. Not too long, huh? I feel old. For a set that's 5 years ago, I managed to keep the box intact pretty well. But these are one of those boxes that I think is a bit too big for what's inside. I really think this box could have been a bit smaller. At least maybe, maybe even this box. Hint, hint, I'm going to do that for a later video. People are like, oh my god, such an old Star Wars set. But yeah, the box is, nice and thin. A bit too big, I wish it was a bit thinner. Instruction manual. Very, very small because, it's a very simple set. We still get this advert. This hasn't changed. That kid must be like way older now, probably a teenager. And this one's changed a bit, because you have the different figures in the back, because they're not the latest figures back then. And of course you have images of the sets. You got the Buzz Lightyear spacecraft with Zurg. I think it's Zurg. You got the little remote control car, which is it looks pretty good. And the Wild West, which this might be interesting, like back then maybe, because it's like you can treat it as a western and not necessarily make it Toy Story. And of course you have the parts guide. So even though the box is big enough to hold it, they fold this thing inside, which is kind of annoying. Like these days, I try to flatten everything I can. I flatten all the boxes to save space because I'm running out of space rapidly, especially all the new sets that are coming out. Keep coming out. Okay, so inside you have a little Jeep, which is, I think it's a very solid car. Still very solid. Like the spare tire on the back is a detail. It's good. Oh, I just stuck it underneath there. It's cool. Obviously, it's a bit too green to look like an actual army Jeep, but you might be able to get away with it. Say this is like a Jungle car. It's camouflage. But yeah, it's a nice, solid little car. My only complaint is you can't fit all the figures on it. You can have like one there and one sitting there, sort of. You can have 2 standing there, but that wouldn't make too much sense. But yeah, it's a solid little thing, and I like it. You have a little medical bed which of course you see once in the film, so it's important. And it's, you know, it's cool to have a different color medical bag. So usually just come in white, which is easy to paint, I guess, but you know, it's nice to have a different color one. Here's a green one, because that green's a total color for, you know, making sure it's clean, sanitation reasons. Green's great, yeah, maybe. Of course you have the army men. 1, 2, whoa. Dropping this guy. 3, and of course 4. Wait, let me just get him. All of them are the exact same figure, they just have different accessories. Just to show you the back, they don't have a second face and they don't have back printing, because you know it's army men. I guess they didn't bother, even though technically you can have some back printing. And of course they have the little plates, so they look like army men, which is hilarious. It's a toy of a toy. Okay. Now Lego's stance on not making army sets is because, you know, they don't want kids to play with something that really resembles real violence. And I just think that's funny, because even though this is not directly an army toy, it's a toy based on the toy that's based on, well, violent army things. So technically it's still based on the army, because it's army men, army guys. So Lego, sure, whatever. And plus they still make barbed wire guns, knives, syringes, and a lot of other dangerous stuff, daggers, you know, which knives, swords, bow and arrow. So yeah, Lego, your excuse is silly. It's just so that the image is more family friendly. It's just silly. So anyway, the only difference with these guys, apart from accessories, you know, this guy does have a medic helmet. I've given him the backpack, which and instructions just put on the back of the Jeep that can fall off. So I don't know why they do that. It's stupid. So yeah, it's nice having these stands, because you know they stand up really well. That's cool. Briefcase and a walkie-talkie. So again, it's nice to have, you know, a green briefcase and a green backpack, which I haven't really had those before. Green walkie-talkie as well, that's neat. And if you were to swap the hands and heads with flesh-colored or yellow skin Lego stuff, it will look, you know, pretty good. I mean, the body still has like a lime green coloring underneath the shirt, so you know that's his skin color. But you can say he's wearing like a lime green undershirt, so that could work. I've seen people done that. You buying these sets and then swapping heads with them, and they look good. They look like, you know, actual army men. So you know that's a really useful thing with these guys. And I thought this was really good value, because you have like 4 soldiers. So you got a medic, you got a guy with binoculars and a rifle. Not really sure, just soldier, walkie-talkie and rifle, and you know, a binoculars and a minesweeper, because you know if there is a mine, but like that's totally kid friendly according to Lego's eyes. Yeah, there's mines, kids. Watch out. Now, of course, if you play this like you suppose, it's almost funny, you know, kind of cool in a way that, you know, if you actually had army men as a kid, and you know, it's like a random vehicle, like this cheap toy packs, they'll be like, oh, it's kind of cool, comes with a vehicle, but I can't actually sit my army in it. So it's kind of like that in this toy as well. So obviously you can take them off the plates, but you know, if you keep them as authentic as you can do that. It's kind of funny. And of course, you know, you put this on the bed and like a big plate on there, so just little bits of authenticity, I guess, just by adding that plate, and it's really cool. I also really like the transparent green studs that are the lights. It just looks really nice. So you can probably tell I really like this set, and that's why I bought it. Back then, anyway, it was really good value for all the stuff you get with it. It doesn't get bogged down too much with random accessories. Like, you don't build a big set with only a few figures. You get enough figures, in fact more figures than the actual thing itself. I really hate getting Stormtrooper packs, because it comes with a transport. The transport's supposed to hold 5 Stormtroopers, but you only get like 3 Stormtroopers, so you're like, well, I've got no one to pilot this aircraft anymore. I just wanted more Stormtroopers, but nope. Whereas here, it's the other way around. You definitely get more soldiers than the, you know, the accessories and the set inside, and I think that's really great for this set. Obviously these days the price is going to go up a little bit, just like all Lego sets do, but if you can find a decently priced one, I highly recommend this one. Even if you don't like Toy Story, this is still a really good way to make your own army men just by swapping the heads, and you have spare green bits to mess around with, I guess. But yeah, really good set. Love it. Love it. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, guys. Take care and have a nice day. And guys, check out the showcase video and more Lego videos on my channel. Bye.